You know, I'm the proud dad of two very beautiful daughters. And I don't know about you, but according to my kids, there are 4 necessities to life: water, shelter, food, and of course, ranch dressing. My kids will absolutely die if they don't have everything they eat smothered and covered in ranch dressing. And it can't just be any old ranch dressing either. It has to be none other than Ken's Steakhouse ranch dressing. The 5-Minute Break with Pastor Dave is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Ken's Steakhouse ranch dressing. Although if they did sponsor the 5-Minute Break with Pastor Dave, that would be awesome. And on this week's episode of the 5-Minute Break, we are going to learn why you and I, need to be the ranch dressing. Let's go. Hello, my friend, and welcome to a very ranch-filled episode of the 5-Minute Break. My name is Dave, and I serve as lead pastor at First Christian Church in Arcadia, Florida. And hey, if you would, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button to follow this series, and feel free to comment with your thoughts below. Part of our mission as Christians is to tell others about Jesus. The life and the joy that Jesus brings it's not something that you and I are supposed to keep to ourselves. We need to tell others about Jesus. But you know, there's a right way and a wrong way in having those conversations with people. You know, sometimes it's hard for me to believe that there was a time when the preferred method of evangelism was to tell people that they were going to burn in hell and that they were dirty, horrible sinners in the hands of an angry God. While it is true that yes, we are all sinners, and yes, hell is a very real place where real people could one day spend eternity, I don't think that's the best way to lead into a conversation about sharing Jesus with others. I want you to listen to how the Apostle Paul encourages us to share the good news, to share that gospel with others. He writes this in Colossians chapter 4, verses 5 through 6. He says, "Be wise in the way you act toward outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversation always be full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone." You know, in ancient times, salt was essential to life. Not only did it flavor their food, but it also helped to preserve it. Paul says that when we tell others about Jesus, that conversation needs to be smothered and covered in grace. And it also needs to be flavorful with salt, so that people will accept your message about Jesus. Now, that doesn't mean that we are to compromise at all on the truth. But I think we all know that sometimes presentation is everything. So the next time you're sitting down to dinner and you see that shaker of salt, that bottle of ketchup, or dare I say, the ranch dressing, hopefully it will remind you of your need to share the gospel with others in a manner that they will receive with a joy-filled heart. I want to thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of the 5-Minute Break. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell so that you can be up to speed on when we drop new episodes every single week. Also, we encourage you to leave your comments and your thoughts below on how you think is the best way to share Jesus with others. And so until next week, we hope that you'll join us again next time.